Let's start.
One of the big technical challenges in this movie was creating the arena. So Suzanne had depicted an arena in the book that does not exist in real life. This idea that there's a tropical setting, and in the center of this tropical setting, there is a large circular pool of salt water that's choppy and wavy, and in the center of that, there's this, this island that has the cornucopia on it, and these spokes of land that go out between the beach and this island in the center, and these elevators that come up in the water where all the tributes are going to start. And we had to figure out how to make that. And we sort of broke it down so that we knew anything we would shoot on the beach or the jungle, we would do in Hawaii. That was the easy part. Now we had to figure out, where do we put this cornucopia? Where do we do the water stuff?
So the arena is, I don't know, 6,000 miles apart, the two pieces of it. Part of it's in Atlanta, part of it's in Hawaii. The cornucopia and the island and some of the water, that's all in Atlanta. The beach and the jungle will all be in Chattanooga.
This movie has even more action in the arena in many respects. It's a very different kind of action. Whereas in the first movie, you have a lot of sort of hand-to-hand combat. The action is between the characters largely. Katniss is thrown into the arena and a bunch of people are trying to kill her. And in this movie, the arena is attacking them. And you have these big set pieces which are much more dependent on visual effects.
Going through the jungle this time, you're dealing with the elements within the jungle. The jungle attacks them in this movie almost. It's like it rains blood and it's acid blood. It's, it pours out fog that can kill you. You have a mutt sequence. You have psychological sequences with the Jabberjays, it's in her head, and it's frightening because it's a different kind of fear.
This arena is something that Katniss has never experienced before. She's never been in a jungle. She's never been in a different environment. In the first games, it was woods. This is a jungle, and a very, very sinister jungle.
So the arena is, it looks like paradise. It's hell in paradise. So it's this beautiful, tropical, amazing, but it's really, really vicious.
Ready and act.
There's a lot of pretty intense choreography going on in the cornucopia, but thankfully everyone that was involved in the cornucopia was well trained, and they've been working for months and tirelessly. 12 to 1 is lightning, 1 to 2 is blood, then fog, then monkeys. I think that I've done the least amount of work physically on the show than anybody else. But all the other tributes have put in months and months of training for it. It's really shows too.
Change it up, spin it.
We actually had two cornucopias. We had the main set, which was the full cornucopia, and then we built a small piece of the lava rock on a spinning disc that was about 100 feet that span round and in a complete green screen environment.
We're able to rotate it. Probably, I think we went up to almost 30 feet per second, get it up to a respectable 10 to 15 miles an hour when we started going. The stunt team managed to put on a bunch of cables. We practiced with the actors up there.
We had all the talent on there doing most of their own stunts, rolling down it as it spun around.
Ready, start the peel. It's nice to be able to have this island be kind of a nice rubber foam, so we can do some proper rolls with it.
And I think it's going to cut pretty nicely with what the visual effects guys are going to do.
That's the big, sort of daunting, massive task ahead is rendering all the whooshing, splooshing, splashing water that's going to be in the background. I mean, that's a bigger sort of task than just replacing the environment.
I read the book and then I knew that we'd been awarded the work. I was like, man, how are we going to get this cornucopia to spin? I can't even imagine how how are these artists going to possibly do that? Then just seeing early tests of it, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe that I'm actually seeing this crazy simulation of spinning things. And then once we get into the arena, basically all of the things that attack them, we've got such a big part in quite a lot of them. Tidal wave crashing and the fog sequence. I mean, some really great sections of the film.
They did an amazing job with digital water and with creating a digital jungle that has such unbelievable detail. It's stunning. They have all different kinds of breezes moving through the jungle, and the leaves are moving differently, and there's bugs and there's mist, and they just did an unbelievable job, and it worked, really well.